Now, here to help you ask all the right questions is award-winning author, international speaker, and business strategist, Laura Steward.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is going to be a really short one. It's just me today, Laura Steward, your host of It's All About the Questions, for those of you who may just be finding my show today. I decided I needed to do this episode today because of something that has been bugging me all week, actually the last few weeks. I needed to get a new headshot done. For those of you who are not familiar, headshots are things you use in business. You put them up on websites, on your social media. They tend to be more formal shots. If you're just listening to this on audio, you didn't get to see me just do this whole Vogue pose thing. It's a headshot. Sometimes it's full body, but for most people, it's just shoulders up, or sometimes it's just the head floating out there in the air. But anyway, I had to get a new headshot done. And it really bugged me because I have not liked the way I've looked. I haven't had a headshot done in years. And I just didn't feel really happy or confident about it, but it needed to get done. So I called J. Scott Kelly. He's a photographer in Vero Beach. He did my author photo for my book, What Would a Wise Woman Do? Questions to Ask Along the Way. I loved him. He's such a great soul and spirit. If you live in the Vero Beach, Sebastian, Indian River County, Florida area, you definitely want to go to Scott for your photos. And that wasn't the issue. The thing was, I don't know what to wear, the makeup, the whole thing, because it takes a lot of energy for me to do a headshot thing, because it's all about me in this particular case, taking a photo. But what was deeper for me was that I didn't feel so good inside. I've been coming off, if you've not listened to the show before, 5 years of a major disruption in my health and a year and a half of long COVID. So I didn't like what had happened to my body and to the shape of my face and everything with all of that illness and the medications I had been on. So I really didn't want to put the photo out there. It made me laugh, though, because I started doing the show and kept doing the show with the exception of about 11-month gap, because the long COVID had my brain fog so thick I couldn't follow a conversation that I was having with my guest. So I took a break. And I didn't mind being on video, right? But on video, you can use the Zoom filters or set your camera a certain way and play with your lights. And for whatever reason, that didn't bother me. But taking a static headshot photo to promote something was very difficult for me to do. It forced me to grapple with, thanks to the help of my friends Nicole and Karen and my good friend Cindy, to just say, just go, Laura. And they just kept saying, just remember to smile. Your smile lights up everything. And what that brought to me was this realization that the reason I can do it on video with my show is because I feel a connection. Even if I don't see my listeners of my show or the watchers of my show, I'm speaking to you. I'm connecting with you. At least that's my hope. And during my show, I have a guest on the show, and all my focus is on them. Not me, it's on them. That was a big aha moment for me of, if I make the photo about me, then I'm going to panic. I'm going to freak out. I'm just going to be so self-conscious the whole time. And Scott was able to help me relax through it. I still have my makeup on and still wearing the same shirt that I wore earlier. I did take off some jewelry and things. And one of the things Scott said to me was, just relax and have fun, Laura, because that's who you are. You like to make people happy. And I do. And I was able to relax with it, but I began to wonder who else out there is having that same problem. Because if a friend approached me or a client and said, I don't want a headshot, I hate the way I look, I'd immediately tell them, I think you look great. And I'd be totally honest about it, because their insides shine outside. And we have this focus from all of the advertising and all of that stuff out there in the world about how we should look that gets in the way. So if you're having a struggle about the outward, I encourage you to look inward. Let me know your thoughts on this post, because I've really, as I started to get into the photo shoot, which was just some headshots, he had me sitting down, but it was always, like just here up. So I'm saying mid chest up on the photos, but he just had me laughing and moving and joking. So whenever I'm going to feel self-conscious again, I'm just going to remember that moment. Think of cute dog photos or funny dog videos that make me laugh, and remember that I have nothing to be ashamed of. I am who I am. The way I look is the way I look, and I'm okay with that, because it's about what's inside for me even more than the outside. Although I do like to have my hair just right and all those other things. So if you're watching this and some of those thoughts are coming up for you, and you're willing to share what those thoughts are to help somebody else, or let me help you, or somebody else who's watching help you, please do. You're not alone. We all have these thoughts, these insecurities. It's what we choose to do with them, and if we choose to move past them, that matter. So thanks for listening, everybody. And I hope you have a really great rest of your day or evening or weekend or whatever day it may be for you while you're watching this. And let me know your thoughts on the inside versus the outside and getting your photo taken. This is not a selfie thing where you can do all those different photoshopping things. The only thing I'm going to allow Scott to Photoshop if I have a hair sticking up straight out of my head or something like that, because I want you to see who I am, because I'm proud of who I am. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day. And remember, the right questions can change your life. So what are you asking yourself today?
You've been listening to It's All About the Questions, starring Laura Steward. Connect with Laura at it'sallaboutthequestions.com and download a free workbook that will help you ask better questions starting today.